Welcome to Two Cooks in the Kitchen. Today we are making hot and sour soup. So you notice down here in the corner there's a little subscribe button. So click on that and subscribe to our channel. Reward us for all our hard recipe work. This soup, let's see, we've got tamari instead of soy sauce because we're making it gluten-free. A little bit of sesame oil, some chili flakes, and I'm going to add just a tiny bit of chili powder because I do want this to be hot. And, well, not too hot for Kelly.
Please.
And some bamboo shoots. Probably going to use half that can. Black pepper, vinegar, cornstarch, sugar. I've got 4 cups of chicken broth defrosting here. And I've got 6 ounces of tofu that has been frozen and thawed out. And that's really gonna add something to the tofu other than just using plain tofu. This gives the tofu more texture and it will absorb some of the soup flavor. It's gonna really make it good. And I have some porcini mushrooms dried here. And this is 3 shiitakes and they're also dried. And to start this, I need to reconstitute these because this soup goes together really fast. And so I have some water that was just boiling. And I'm just simply going to soak the mushrooms. And I also have, I didn't mention the green onion, that goes in towards the end here, and 2 eggs. And I'm going to scramble the eggs and just set them aside for later. It's when it's time for them. They need to be ready. Okay, so let's see, what else do I do to get ready? That's about it. We're going to come back after these mushrooms have soaked a little while and get our soup going. All right, so this soup goes together pretty quickly here. We're going to just dump in our chicken broth.
How much?
4 cups. And I'm going to put some fire underneath that. And we're going to bring this to a boil. So we're going to put in, I'm going to use a whole can of our bamboo shoots. Keep the pandas happy. I'm going to put in my tofu. I've got a little bit of water in here. I'm going to pour out. And then in goes the tofu. I'm going to put in my softened mushrooms. They're really softened well. And I'm just going to put them in there, water and all. The water's mushroom flavored now. And then I want 2 tablespoons of tamari. I'm just going to use this for something else. And half a teaspoon chili flakes. And here, you know, you got to decide how hot you want to make your soup. I think a half teaspoon of chili flakes is not going to be much at all. And I want just a pinch, and I mean really just a pinch of this.
Because it's habanero?
Because it's habanero. It's really good, but it's also has a tendency to be pretty spicy. Put in a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. And 1/4 teaspoon of sugar. This is one of those things with a lot of Asian cooking. There's just a little tiny bit of sugar that helps to bring out a lot of the other flavors. It's quite interesting. I find it interesting. That's that. So I'm going to give this a stir, and we're going to let this come to a boil. And while it's working on doing that, I have here 3 tablespoons of water, and I'm going to add to it 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. And we're going to stir this now, and we're going to stir it again right before we put it in the pot.
You probably want that little whisk.
Yeah.
That's going to look better.
Yeah. Because this turns into glue quickly. Library paste. Okay, so now we just wait for our pot to boil. All right, so once the pot is really boiling good, it has to be boiling pretty good. We want to stir in our cornstarch. And we're just going to keep stirring a little. And just make sure it's all mixed in well.
This is the thickener.
I want to see it boil some more. Okay, now we're going to turn the heat down. And we are going to make a whirlpool. Well, first we're going to stir up our eggs a little more. And then we're going to get our soup swirling around in a circle. It doesn't need to be too fast, but it doesn't want to be too slow. And then in we go with our egg. And this is hopefully going to make ribbons of egg in our soup, and it looks like it's working just fine.
Yeah, look at that.
I'm going to keep stirring while we make sure our eggs are cooked, which I think has happened. And now we're going to let this just kind of simmer for a moment, and we'll come back in a minute. So now we're just going to turn off the heat, add 2 tablespoons of vinegar.
White vinegar?
Distilled white vinegar. And a small splash of sesame oil. And really just, it's kind of a finishing touch there. Maybe a half a teaspoon. And our sliced up green onion. Stir that, and our soup is ready to serve. Of course, this is the point at which one would want to taste for seasoning.
Looks perfect.
Tastes like hot and sour soup. So we'll dish it up. require a little cleanup around the edge.
No worries.
So there's some bigger chunks of egg in here, so I probably didn't have it spinning quite fast enough, or I poured the egg in too fast. But and to mine, I'm going to add chili oil because I really like chili oil. And even though I just tasted it, I'll taste it again. It's great. It's really good. So there you have it, hot and sour soup from two cooks in the kitchen. So thanks for watching, and if you didn't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button because it helps us out and helps us keep doing this. And we'll see you next time.